What are my plans for the 2026 season? What do I want to see come to Alton Towers? What do I want next added to Planet Coaster? And how many shoes have I eaten? Welcome to the 2026 Q&A. As you can see behind me, we're in a very different location. Ignore this for now, it's temporary. I've just stuck up some stuff because I like it, you know, digital. My UK Theme Park Awards Shockwave. A chicken! But I'll get into that more later on because I took to Instagram and YouTube to ask you guys to ask me questions for a Q&A. So I'm going to be answering them today and there's some very interesting ones in there. So be sure you watch till the end and be sure to subscribe to the channel as well. We are so close to 150,000 subscribers now, so any support towards that goal be greatly appreciated. But either way, as much as I'm not in my usual location, which I will be for this past week in theme parks, coming on Wednesday, let's get into the Q&A. What theme park have you been to the most often? Now, if you asked me this 2 or 3 years ago, it was probably Thorpe Park because I always used to go there every week. But now in 2026, I haven't been to any parks. So we'll use the stats from 2025, and I would imagine the theme park I've been to the most is Alton Towers. Speaking of, what changes or new additions do you expect to see at Towers in 2026? Now, if you are a keen avid viewer of this past week in theme parks, you'll know the corkscrew is being repainted out the front. It's going to reopen, guys. And also there's some new bricklaying happening across the resort. I'd just quite like to see over 2026 a lot more sort of TLC projects, like making things a lot cleaner or repainting things, which I think they are doing. Slowly. Oh, and I can't wait to go on the Bluey coaster that's green. When Universal UK opens, do you think any of the other UK theme parks will cease to exist? Well, sadly, we're already seeing a lot of UK theme parks going down the drain, which is unfortunate. But genuinely, with Universal, I've spoken about this on the field, but we will see a rise in the other theme parks in the UK. Much like what happened in France with all the smaller parks when Disneyland Paris opened. They were all scared for their lives. And rightly so. They seem to have all benefited from it, so I'm really hoping that the UK theme parks don't go downhill too much. With the addition of Spinning Racer, are you considering a visit to Lightwater Valley? Yes. 100%. First of all, of course, gotta get that cred. But second of all, I really want to go around to more of the smaller parks this year and do some vlogs there. Like, I haven't been to Wicksteed Park in so long. I've never been to Creeley and they've got new rides opening. And with us seeing these small UK theme parks slowly go downhill and eventually close, I really do want to do what I can to support them. So yes, Lightwater Valley, I'll visit. Do you like garlic bread? Genuinely, it might be one of the best creations made using bread. Garlic bread is awesome, and you cannot tell me otherwise. How many sugars do you put in your tea? Love the content, by the way. Thank you very much. You want to know a fun fact? I'm British, and I do not drink tea or coffee. I'm a water kind of guy. Give me a J2O any day over that stuff. Who is your favorite Mario character? Really boring, but it's probably Mario. That is such a boring answer. I'll go Yoshi because he's epic. What is your favorite park that you have made in Planet Coaster 2? Probably Discovery Studios now. My most recent Planet Coaster project where I'm building a theme park with areas based on real life IPs. So we literally have a ride based on this guy. But maybe the next theme park I build will beat it. I'll leave you in suspense for that one. What is next after Discovery Studios? Never mind, I won't leave you in suspense. There's going to be another park eventually. I don't know, I'll have a little break. Come back with some really cool ideas, and it won't be IP based this time. And we'll make a very detailed theme park after Discovery Studios. What was your biggest achievement in 2025? Now, technically it didn't happen in 2025, it happened in 2024, but hitting 100,000 subscribers and then receiving that silver play button at the start of 2025 was just mind blowing. It just felt like it wasn't real. And I do sit there and stare at it sometimes thinking, how's this even happened? So once again, a massive thank you for all the support on this channel. I do really appreciate it. And other than that achievement, it's probably the fact that I didn't ride Rita once last year. Saving it for the all-day challenge, I guess. What are your plans for the 2026 season? Now, it's a little bit more exciting this year because like I said, I want to go to more of these smaller parks around the UK. I'm going to hopefully get out to loads of different parks here and maybe in Europe, along with getting back to some of my favorites. And I might even be going over to the USA for something that's not Florida. Though I say something, I mean multiple parks. But I will talk more about that when the time comes, because I don't see the point in talking about this right now. How tall are you? I'm at least 4'3". What is your favorite video you have worked on in this past year? I don't know, that's a difficult question, because there's a lot of videos I made last year that I was really happy with, and I don't know if I could pinpoint a single one. What I would say is probably all of this past week in theme parks episodes, because before 2025 I really struggled to even make that monthly. So I don't know why I called it this past week, but now I've literally been doing that series weekly, and yeah, I've missed a few weeks because I've been on holiday or been busy or whatever, but I have really tried to stick to it, and I'm pretty sure it's like 80+% of weeks I managed to do last year, and I'd take that as my favorite videos I've worked on because they're just so fun to actually talk about loads of different stuff, not just staying to the UK, and the response those videos get as well is really, really cool to see. So again, thanks for the support on that one, and it will continue long into 2020. How many shoes have you eaten in your life? If you don't know what this is referring to, yep, I ate a shoe. I ate it at the end of 2024 because I said, oh, if Ripsaw comes back to Alton Towers, I'll eat a shoe. And of course it bloody did. I literally should have known. I don't know why I ate it, but that was the only one I've eaten until now. Psych, I'm not doing that. Favorite inversion of all time. That's an interesting one as well. It's either the celestial spin on Stardust races because that is just a mind-blowing element, or the beyond vertical launch into that stall loop at the top on Voltron. If you could have one roller coaster in your back garden, which one would you choose? I actually can't choose because I've already got one in my garden because there's a piece of Megaphobia track just sat on the grass. So I guess that. With the Pokemon area in Discovery Studios, what is your favourite Pokemon? Now, if you're talking starter Pokemon, it's easily Chimchar, who evolves into Infernape because he is just the GOAT. And also I found Reshiram from Black and White really cool. Do you think you would do a stream with M playing Planko 2 for the first time? I like you've just said in the comment, it was supposed to happen. I literally set up a stream on Christmas Eve just to play Planet Coaster and show M all the basics and stuff and see what kind of coasters she would make. And it didn't really go to plan because we hit 100,000 subscribers on that live stream. But I can assure you there'll be way more videos with Em in as well, so we're going to do way more stuff, and I really can't wait because that will be something we will be doing. Have you ever been on holiday to Brighton? No, but I do kind of want to go on Turbo because it looks awful. What is your favourite F1 circuit? I do like a bit of F1, if you don't know. And for me, I would say the two tracks that I've been to, Spa in Belgium and also Silverstone in England, but also I do really like the Red Bull Ring in Austria. That is a really nice track. They all have good racing, to be fair, because some F1 tracks, oh my God, they don't race at all on them. What is your least favourite theme park food? Burger Kitchen at all of the Merlin parks. I've eaten there a few times. I ain't never eating there again. Now that you went to Florida, what is now your top bucket list park you want to go to next? There's quite a few bucket list parks that I have here in Europe and over in America that I'd love to get to. But in Europe, it's a strange one. I really want to go to Denmark and go to like Tivoli Gardens and stuff because the parks over there look really fun. What was the moment you realised you hate Rita? I don't think there was ever a moment. I was born with this intuition, but if we keep this secret between me and you, Rita is not overly bad. I just don't think it belongs at that park. What are the top features you want to see added to Planet Coaster? I think everyone is screaming for the Voltron model, the Max Striker. But other than that, I'd really just like to see some more theme packs and maybe even the ability to scale things down even more than just 10% or 50% or whatever. Frontier seemed to have gone a little bit quiet recently with Planet Coaster, so hopefully we have some more stuff coming later this year. What are your top European theme park recommendations to travel to? Definitely the obvious one, Disneyland Paris, especially after Adventure World fully opens. That is going to be amazing. Phantasialand, Europa Park. But the main one I would actually say and recommend is Efteling because anyone can enjoy that place and it is absolutely amazing. Stay tuned because I'll do a top 10 theme parks at some point. If you had to listen to the music for The Smiler or Drayton's River Rapids on loop for 8 hours, which would you choose? Fun fact for you all, my old car, whenever I used to get in it and plug my phone in to CarPlay or whatever, without fail, it would just start playing the Drayton Manor River Rapids theme. And I don't know how I stopped it, but it was funny whilst it lasted. Sharkbait Reef or Rise of the Resistance? Oh, that's a tricky one. Rise of the Resistance is one of the best dark rides in the world. Sharkbait Reef. There's an aquarium. I'm going to have to take Sharkbait Reef in this one. What was your biggest fear starting content creation? Now, I wouldn't say I really had any fears going into content creation because I just thought, you know what, I like making videos and just playing random games at the time and talking about theme parks. Let's just do it, it'll be fun. There was no real incentive at the start to have this become my full-time job, but here we are. But yeah, I'm so grateful to be in the position I am, but I genuinely don't know if I had any fears going into it. Maybe like the normal stuff of putting my face out there on the internet and all that kind of jazz, or running out of ideas or anything, but it's just things that you get past, obstacles that you traverse over when you do content creation. How did you succeed in content creation? Well, thank you very much, but I would genuinely say once again, there was no intention of this being my job, or that it would become anything bigger than a small channel maybe where I upload 1 or 2 videos a week and just yap about parks, and some people watch it and enjoy it. I genuinely think that the problem nowadays with content creation is Everyone's trying way too hard to try and get numbers and be the biggest creator. They want so many views and subscribers and everything. That just doesn't matter. You should just enjoy making content, and that's how you succeed. But if any of you are starting to make content on a channel or wherever, just make sure you're doing it for fun and you're enjoying it. And just enjoy your time making videos, because that's what we're all here to do. Ride roller coaster and ride rides. Can we see Nina? If you don't know who Nina is, it's my black cat. She's not currently in the house with me, but I think you all deserve to see this amazing edit that I made. How can you travel so fast in this past week in theme parks? I genuinely am just so unbelievably awesome at traveling that I can just do this and I'm literally gone just like that. How many coasters have you now been on by 2026 and what's your favorite of all time? Now I'm still weighing up my options on which one is my favorite, so I will leave that to when I eventually get to doing my top 250 coasters. But I believe right now my official coaster count is like 275? Ish. When will we see SW9 at Towers if Horizon isn't going ahead? What would it be and where in the park? And of course, I know you thought I was going to say this anyway. I might as well say it. In place of Rita. I know they won't, but if they could build something like the sort of creations I saw when I did my Planet Coaster Challenge, some of the creations you guys made were amazing. If they could build any of them, except from the people that made Rita clones, then I'd be very, very happy indeed. Rita all day when? I get this comment so much, and I know you guys want an answer, and I did actually answer this in a live stream, but I might as well answer it here because you might not have seen that. Of course, right now I can't go and ride Rita all day. It's not open, but when it does open, at some point I'm going to try and make a challenge for charity, of course, where I do ride Rita all day and maybe even more than just all day, and come back on multiple days to ride it as many times as I can. I'll reveal more details later down the line when I have them. Please just pray for me right now. How did you make your merch? The merch is incredible, by the way. Thank you very much. Obviously, as you can see, this logo behind me, the digital logo, is one of the logos along with this past week in theme parks. What? That's not been released yet. What am I talking about? I have hoodies and t-shirts with these logos on and a really nice back design that I made, and I just love how they came out in the end. And it's all thanks to Papaya, who actually got in touch with Workwear Innovations, who now literally help print all of the stock, and they do such an amazing job at it, and the quality of it is really, really nice. So if you haven't bought any yet, go cop some. Favorite support on the Smiler? You know the support that has the text on it that's like written and you can see as you walk through the queue, it's like an illusion of it all lining up. One of those ones. That is an incredible question. I'm sorry for asking this, but can you do more videos like If I Owned Alton Towers, The Future of Alton Towers, and like classic Alton Towers DigitalDan videos? Here is a penguin. Here is also a penguin. But don't apologize for asking that. It's a really good question. I have obviously been doing a lot of different series recently, and I am aware that these series have sort of taken over a little bit. But with what's going on behind me and everything behind the camera and all, yeah, there'll be so many more videos I can make and so many more things I can do, which will include going back to those classic style videos and all the speculation and stuff. I remember speculation time. Some of you might not. They will return in due course. I just haven't had the time because I'm way too busy at the moment, but they will come, I promise. When or what is the next Planet Coaster Challenge? I really enjoyed joining in with the other one because it gave me something to actually build. Again, this is one I get all the time along with the Rita all day comments. When is the next challenge? And usually when I used to do these challenges quite frequent, they would only be in the closed season. But because of the demand, I am very tempted to do one over the summer holidays. So we shall see what happens with that, but I'll let you know as soon as anything does happen. Why is your background blank in the recent This Past Week in Theme Parks? Because it's all been moved to a different location. And like I said, because of all this moving elsewhere, I'm gonna have so many more opportunities to do so much more with these videos. I'm gonna release a video very soon just explaining everything. But it's very exciting times, and thank you everyone for submitting all those questions for the Q&A. I'm tempted to do more Q&As throughout the year, because why not? So if you do want to see another Q&A, then be sure to subscribe so you don't miss that when it comes out. And I will see you on Wednesday for This Past Week in Theme Parks, which will be the final time I'm in that room. See you next time.